Today we're here with Moyra Gorski. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing excellent, thanks. So why don't we get started and you share a little bit about yourself and about your business.
Okay. Well, I am Moyra Gorski, and I am a wellness consultant, and I'm a nurse by schooling. But right now, currently, I'm a wellness consultant, and I represent the Shaklee nutrition product line. Outside of that, though, I'm a mom of 4 kids, 2 dogs, and an avid runner, a hockey mom, and a band mom, and that's a big part of my life that brings me a lot of joy too. So.
Yeah. So what made you decide to go into Shaklee and go into business?
Well, about 15 years ago, my oldest son had just terrible allergies and asthma. And I was just looking for some solutions for him to help him be healthier and to kind of be a more vibrant kid. And as it would, I met a gal at my local health club, and we started to become friends and hang out and talk about kind of some nutrition alternatives that may help my son. So she introduced me to Shaklee and talked to me a bit about like alternative things like chiropractic care or a homeopath. So I just started to kind of look at some different alternatives for my son. And as I did that and I made some changes in his diet and added some Shaklee products, from supplements to green cleaning products, and went to some alternative care practitioners, his health improved, and it really improved dramatically to the point that his allergies basically went away and he had no asthma issues at all. So I didn't really start 15 years ago saying, oh, I'm going to have a Shaklee business. I really was a concerned mom just trying to get my son healthy.
Right.
But then after really a couple of years of using the products with him and then, starting to use them with my whole family, some moms started to ask me what I was doing and what was going on with my son. And so I just started sharing with other people what had happened, what I had learned about this company and the products and the quality products and the impact that they had had on their health. And I slowly started to make a little bit of money. So I just kind of became a casual distributor, as we call it. And then probably for about the last 11 years, I've been a little bit more serious about growing a business and really reaching out to others and trying to help them with their health and sharing what I've learned about Shaklee that may be helpful for them.
Okay, that's excellent. So, obviously your family's a driving force and finding a solution. I mean, that's what every mother would do, right?
Yeah.
And that's excellent that you found it. If you had to really dig down deep and define, I guess you as a person, I mean, is that the sort of thing that makes you tick, or is there anything else that just says, wow, this is Moyra?
Well, I think that a big reason why I went into nursing is that I have this problem solving, and need or drive, if you want to call it, to help people and to solve problems. And so I like that. I like to move forward instead of saying, well, complaining about kind of what's going on. Well, what solution can we find to make that better so that we can move forward? So I think that's kind of innately in me. Mm-hmm. And as I started to realize that I didn't have to go back to nursing to help people. I could stay home with my kids that I was having and raising and loving being a mom, but I was able now to help people and grow a business and work that around my family.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And that's really what I've interviewed several people now, and there's a common theme to it. A common theme of really trying to help people as much as you possibly can with, and with the gift that you've been given.
Yeah. Well, and I try to tell people that, I didn't know what I know today 15 years ago. I didn't know there were alternatives. I didn't know there were other choices. So I'm just here to offer choices and to offer some education on things that may help them.
Right. So what gets you most excited about doing what you do?
Well, I think when I get that phone call or the text from, a member of mine or a customer of mine or friend and says, hey, thanks. I feel better today. Or, you know what, I went to the doctor and he took me off my blood pressure medication. Or, I lost a few pounds and I was able to get into those jeans that I wanted to. Or, my son's feeling better and he's doing better at school. Or even the distributor that'll call me and say, you know what, I got my first paycheck today. And that was exciting, to show my husband and say, see, all the work I'm doing is paying off. So it's nice to get those, just get that feedback and get that, wow, this really helped me and thanks.
Right. And how, I mean, so, sometimes you find that, you have a tendency to need those kind of things every now and then to keep you going. I mean, do you ever have any of those experiences where you feel like, wow, why do I do this kind of days? Or
well, absolutely. I mean, we get those days that, I make a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
And I leave a lot of messages and I ask a lot of people to give me a call back and come to my meeting and, or, hey, take a look at what I have to sell or have to offer. And you get a lot of no's, quite honestly. But I believe the world is full of abundance, and no doesn't always mean not. No doesn't always mean no. It sometimes means not now.
No, right.
People may not be ready, but on those days that I'm feeling a little down or not so motivated, that's when I go out in the community and I go to a yoga class and see some friends, which some of them are my customers, or just kind of go out into the community and interact with some people or go to a networking event and just get around people that are like-minded like me. And I think that kind of pulls me out of that funk and, moves me going, helps me move forward past that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it definitely helps. And you do need a strong support system to really go at it long-term in anything, right?
Right. Yeah. And, I'm real thankful for that. I find that very unique about the Shaklee organization or the Shaklee company. I was in nursing before. I was in medical sales for several years too, before I was married and before we had children. And it was wasn't the same type of atmosphere that I find in Shaklee. It's very supportive. It doesn't matter what rank you are or how long you've been in the business. If I have a question or have kind of a tough case to kind of figure out, I have a community of people that I can reach out to and ask that question. And it's just very, we all help each other. And that's really unique because it's not in a sales, traditional sales, I haven't always found that. It's kind of like the top people, they're the, the ones that drive the gold Mercedes, they don't always talk to the people that are at a different level. But I really find that it's a very supportive community. And I think that it's really helpful.
Nice. So is there anything in particular that you do to kind of stay on top of your game, to keep improving, to be the best you can?
Well, I think that we all have to be continual learners. I don't think that, I don't think we should stop learning. So I do try to go to different networking events. I try to read different books, listen to webinars, or I'll walk the dog and I'll listen to a podcast. So just try to kind of keep in touch with others that are in the field or motivating speakers, and or again, key into people that might have a similar business in Shaklee to mine, and just kind of ask them questions and things like that. And I'm always looking at kind of what else is new in the community. If there's a new fitness studio opening up, or if there's a new chiropractor or a new networking group, I just try to keep involved and kind of check them out and see what they're all about, and look for those partnering opportunities where we can partner together, but I can learn from them, and maybe they can learn from me too. But again, I think it just helps keep me kind of, again, involved in the community and learning.
Right. That's good. So, if you were to rewind 11 years, back and say, if I would have known then what I know now, what kind of advice could you share with that person that's just starting off, or maybe they're in it for a few years, and you just have these gems of wisdom that you could pass on? What would it be?
Well, I think there's the customer that I would talk to, and there's also the distributor I'd talk to. For the customer, I would certainly encourage them to just give it a try. Just open yourself up to the possibility of something different. And I just think that's it. Open yourself up to the possibility, because a lot of times I think I was closed even to, what might be different or what might help. So certainly I would say that to the customer, because I've seen so much when people have done that and just said, okay, I'm willing to try. I'm not really sure, but I'm willing to try. They've gotten great results and they've felt better, and it's changed their health. And the distributor, I would, I'd also kind of tell them a little bit about that, but I just say to keep going. You have to sow the seeds. This is kind of like a numbers game. You got to talk to a lot of people, and you got to sow a lot of seeds. And again, back to that, people tell you no a lot of times, but it's really a lot of times it's just not now. It's not time for them. But if you keep in touch with them and build a relationship, this is really a relationship business that I'm in. So just continue to build that relationship and be authentic, and share what you know with others, and it will grow and it'll come. I see a lot of frustration that people kind of give up in the beginning, and without much effort, or just didn't work right away, so they're not going to stick with it. But that's what I'd say. Stick with it and learn from others and keep going.
That's great advice. It's great advice. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
So we're all part of the Cooperatising Network.
Yeah.
That's how we met. That's why we're here.
Right.
If you were looking out at the group, you were speaking to the group, what are some of the ways that they can help you, and how do you see yourself kind of contributing more to what the group has to offer?
Well, I really love the idea of you can say it better than me. I can never say cooperatising. I
have to put the phonetics out there. Co-advertising.
Yeah. So I think that's great. Again, I'm a big believer in networking and just finding people and learning about what they do, and to see how, again, we can help each other and support each other in our businesses. So I guess what I would say to the group, if they were in front of me, which hopefully they are now watching me, is just, let's sit down, let's have a cup of coffee, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get to know each other. Because I think that, we all have misconceptions or certain perceptions of, if somebody says they're a realtor, if somebody says they're in direct marketing, or if somebody says they're in advertising, we have this, preconceived notion of what that might be. But I think everybody's different and everybody has something to offer. So I like to meet with people so that I can get to know them, and then we can figure out how we can help each other out and how we might be able to, network together. I really like to work with, again, like-minded individuals that are in kind of the natural health, alternative health arena. But I found that sometimes it's the ones that you don't expect that would be good networking partners, they end up being that. So why not just, let's talk, tell me what you do, tell me what makes you unique and differentiated in the industry. I'll tell you the same thing. Let's figure out how we can help each other.
Yeah, that's excellent. And that's really the whole point of this whole group that we're trying to put together, is really open up the possibilities to anyone. Because I'm a true believer that as long as you have an open mind, I think you can learn something and you can gain something in the relationship with everyone.
Right. Right.
So hopefully we prove that out.
Yeah. I hope so.
So if I'm that person and I want to sit down with you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, you can visit my website and leave a message on the contact us spot, which is gorskiwellness.com. Or you want me to give you my cell number here? Okay. You can reach out to my cell with a text or a call at 708-977-7326. Those are probably the best, two places to, leave a message, reach out and say, hey, let's get together and meet, and we'll find a local coffee shop. And you can also connect with me on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook under Gorski Wellness, and certainly you can connect to my page or send me a message there. And if you follow me on Facebook, you see that I am a coffee lover, because I post about that a lot. So that's why I always say, let's meet at a coffee shop, because we can then enjoy some coffee together.
Nice. Well, I appreciate your time today, Moyra.
Well, thanks for talking. This was great. Yeah.
It's been excellent, and it's always great to get to know a little bit more about the members. So that's all I have for today, and hopefully we'll see you soon online.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate the time. You have a good one.
All right, thank you.